at risk of committing career suicide, we are going, really, if I was smart, I would just stop talking about this and move on with my life. I want to watch Hamsterwheels' video talking about my concerns for the 58 boost in Classic TBC. Obviously, people are very fucking mad about this issue. We're gonna watch his video talking about it. My video at the moment is 72% upvote. You know, you look at the trend here, okay? So 94%, 95, 96, 97, 95, 94, 72. Some people are mad. Obviously, some people are mad. If you guys weren't here yesterday, we went to the official TBC forums, like the Blizzard Battle.net TBC forums, and there was a big thread of people pretty much just shit-talking me. It is what it is. Yeah, the WoW forums were pretty fucking mad, too. The way it goes. You know who's mad about me making this video? You know who's mad? It's people that like buying gold and like buying... people that like pay-to-win shit. People that are mad are people that are trying to pay to win. That's just the truth. That's just the way it is. And then, of course, like, the biggest, like, straw man argument you see back in the day, or not back, sorry, that you see today. The biggest straw man argument you see being catapulted back at me is, well, we need pay to win, we need boosts, we need WoW tokens, because Staysafe, who's a streamer, not all of us have 18 hours a day to play World of Warcraft. It's not fair. Not all of us are streamers for a It's like, okay, dude, what a dumb fucking argument. Anyway, I watched your video, but I can't remember. Did you touch on what happens if the markets get flooded by people who do the tailoring thing? Yeah, I did talk about that yesterday. I really, like, don't want to... In fact, maybe we can talk about it while we're watching this. Let's watch the video and see what Hamsterwheel has to say. TLDR, okay? Super hyper-condensed answer to what you just asked. There is no way, even if a fuck ton of people... I can't foresee it happening. Even if a fuck ton of people do this boost method I'm talking about industrially, and people will... I can't foresee a future where enough people do this to substantially tank the cloth market, at least for the first 2, 3, 4 months. Just because the demand is so insanely high, and the reality is the cloth production is time-gated to a really big degree. You can do one cloth every 4 days, and every caster to make their entire set is going to need, what is it, 25 cloth? So we're talking mages, warlocks, priests, both shadow and healing priests. We're talking restoration shamans. We're talking paladins, holy paladins, I think, at this point. We're talking boomkins. We're talking... Every single caster and healer needs, like, 25 of these cloths, okay? I just can't envision enough of it. Is like, so many people might do it that the profit margin drops from, like, 40 gold to 35 gold. Okay. Is it like that's what we're talking about in, like, the worst case nuclear holocaust scenario of, like, enough people do this. So this whole, like, oh, they're gonna crash the price. Yeah, probably not. Okay, let's play the video. Let's see what Hamsterwheel. So if you guys don't know who Hamsterwheel is, Hamsterwheel, Jimmy, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hamsterwheel is a very old school private server content creator who I think actually still does make some private server content. But he was one of the people that was making, you know, videos about Nostalrius and other private servers way back in the day, 2015, 2016. So he's been around a while. In fact, I would say I generally agree with his takes on things. Who knows what he's going to say? I want to watch this. We have our podcast in 1 hour, but let's see what the fuck is going on here with his take on... Where's my... Okay, let's play. Let's see what this is. Nostalrius was 6 years ago. Yeah, let that sink in.
Hey guys, Hamsterwheel here with a new video, and today it's going to be a little different, a little bit of an extra video, but one that I think I definitely should make because it's something I definitely want to weigh into. Now,
okay.
As some of you guys might know, BlizzConline, they announced Classic TBC, and with Classic TBC, they also announced the option to buy a level 58 boost for your character. Meaning, if you have an account, you can choose one character. It's one character per account. You can't do it for multiple per account. And you can choose that character and then boost that to level 58 for a fixed price. What that price is going to be, we don't know yet. And that character is going to have like dungeon blues. It's going to have a level 48, a level 40 mount. It's basically going to.
I'll say this, based off of like the number crunching I did before making that video, if this boost is anything less than $60, shit's gonna get real fucking wonky. Like if they roll out a $30 level 58 boost, shit is gonna get fucking wonky, dude, in Classico. That's gonna be really bad. In a weird way, the more expensive the boost is, the better for the game the boost is. Because fewer people will be doing it. It'll be more cost prohibitive. But if they have like a $20 boost or something, oh, dude, that is not going to be good.
To be instantly ready to tackle Burning Crusade content. Now, on the surface, this might seem kind of innocent to people, where they feel like, yeah, it's, for people that just don't want to level and they want to jump into TBC content right away. But I think it could potentially be very, very harmful. And I am very strictly against the boost. And in this video, I hope to explain to you guys why I'm against it, what my reasoning for it is, and I don't know, maybe try and convince you guys. So yeah, it's going to be off the cuff. It's going to be a little rambly because it's just going to be me, no script, no whatever. But I really felt like I had to make an extra video.
A retail boost is $60 also. That's why I think it'll be $60.
Express my concerns regarding the level 58 boost.
I mean, yeah, so just to clarify, it takes what? I don't know. Let's say it takes you 30 hours /played. That's probably average to get from one. And you can only buy a 50 boost. I don't think you can buy a 60 boost right now. I think you can only buy a level 50 boost in retail. I don't think they're selling 60 boosts yet. Okay. So a level 50 boost in retail is $60, and 1 to 50 takes your average player, I don't know, probably 30 hours, 25 hours, something like that. And so you're buying, you're spending $60 to save 30 hours /played. So if you compare that to a boost price in Classic TBC, how many hours /played is it 1 to 58? A lot more than 30 hours. Like a fuck ton more than 30 hours, right? We're talking like, I don't know, like maybe like 4 days /played if you're like an average person, because there's an XP nerf, right? Maybe 5 days /played. Several days /played. And so it's more time, and you're skipping more time and potentially paying the same, or who knows, maybe even less. It's wonky, right?
Now, in my humble opinion, one of my biggest problems right now with the Classic community is the botting. I mean, I've experienced this firsthand when I leveled my Druid from 1 to 70, or 1 to 60, excuse me, in late Classic. It's just out of control. I mean, I'm not joking. Pretty much half of all the Alliance I encountered, out in the world when I was leveling, when I tried to PvP them or kill them, they were bots. Half of the people that I encountered, they were bots. It's that crazy. And I want you guys to do a little bit of homework too. Just log onto your server or any server, and then just do /who Blackrock Depths.
It's bad.
Chances are that the majority of the people there.
We did this yesterday, and we can do it right now, I guess. I don't know. Yesterday when we did this, there were 21 rogues online in Blackrock Depths, level 60 rogues, one of which was in a guild. So if we do Blackrock Depths rogue, there are 18 level 6, sorry, 2 of them are not level 60. Okay, there are 16 level 60 rogues online, and one of them is in a guild. I don't know, maybe these guys are pickpocketing too. I don't fucking know. One of the 18 rogues online in Blackrock Depths is in a guild. These guys are botting. They go in there and they pickpocket and they do their rogue shit. These guys are botting industrially around the clock, nonstop, on pretty much every server. This is one of the best bot farms right now in the game, and nothing is being done about it.
There are going to be level 60 rogues. You're going to see like maybe
there you go.
1 or 2 groups of like a bunch of 50 somethings, doing BRD, and then you're going to see like 20 or 30 rogues just sitting in BRD for some reason. Now, do you really think all those rogues are legit human players? No, of course not. They're bots. Most of them are bots, just printing money. Now, let me talk about botting real quick. You see, normally what bots have to do now is, you make an account, and then you have to level that character through a bot program all the way from level 1 to 50 or 60, whatever level you need to be in order to solo certain content or to put yourself at a certain spot and put that character there, and then put on the bot program and just print money. That's basically what they're doing. Right now, though, it is a huge time investment. I mean, of course, you're not playing yourself, but you still have to let that character through that bot program. It still takes time for that character to level all the way to level 50 or 60, and also it's out in the world, which means it could potentially get reported by a real player, and then that bot can potentially get banned. So there's a lot of time involved and risk involved into first making a farming character in the first place. Now, of course, Blizzard has been very lackluster with banning bots, and that is a video for another time probably. But it is undeniable that there's a lot of time involved to get a character to max level, and also risk involved before you can even begin to start farming dungeons like.
So yeah, there was a really good post posted by Saffranks on my YouTube video that I made the other day, talking about this exact issue, where you have if you're a botter and you want to bot a character all the way to max level 60 or 70 or whatever in order to farm gold at max level. Yet typically, how it has been, you have to bot through the entire world, level up. You have a questing script, and you get to max level, and then you can start your gold farming. Now, with the paid boost, however much this boost costs, a botter can make a WoW account, spend the $60 or whatever, however much it ends up costing, get boosted, and then go farm in half the time, right? They can cut down they can cut down their investment time, which means most of their gold is made once they're already at max level. So the sooner they get to max level, the bigger their the bigger their profit margin is pretty much. So yeah, they have to buy the boost, but they spend more time farming, less time leveling, better for them. And if it gets banned at some point anyway, okay, they've already made their money back. So it's the boost is super, super appealing for bots, is what he's saying, but let's hear him say it.
Like Blackrock Depths. Now with the boost, it completely gets rid of that time factor and also the risk factor. And if there's anything that we've learned, well, like I said, the botting is out of control. We should not make it easier for bots to farm or even print money. I'm just going to say it's printing money. So we should not make it easier for them. And the boost, no matter what way you turn it, it gets rid of that time, that time investment and that risk. So it becomes a whole lot easier for those bots to now print money. All you have to do is create an account, buy the boost, and bam, you have a level 58 character with blues and a level 40 mount that can just jump into dungeons.
Dude, it's so frustratingly perplexing to hear one of the biggest complaints about Classic is, the economy's fucked. I'm priced out of my own game. I can't even play the game normally because everything is so fucking expensive. So I feel forced into buying gold. One of the reasons why people are so eager to buy gold in Classic is because the bots have been running rampant for so long. Shit is so inflated. You're priced out of the game. The only way to, unless you want to spend an ungodly amount of time farming gold, which is, a lot of people feels like a complete fucking waste of time considering how overinflated everything is. People just go buy gold because everything's so fucking overinflated and expensive. And then you'll have those same people, people acknowledge all of those issues. In the next breath, people will be like, oh, everything's so fucked, let's just add boosts. It's one of the biggest comments I saw in my YouTube video was who cares, everything's already fucked anyway. It's dude, it doesn't just because things are just because you think things are fucked now does not mean they can't get more fucked in the future, okay? It's gonna magnitude the fuck uppery of this game. That's the problem. People are so cringe and defeatist and just another big comment I saw is, oh, so you're going to talk about the 58 boost, but you're not going to talk about the gold cap? Or, oh, you're not going to talk about the bots? It's do you not care about the gold cap? You don't care about the bots? What's wrong with you? There's tons of comments like that on my video. And it's no, I talk about this shit all the time. Let's get rid of the boost. Let's try to convince Blizzard. Let's keep talking about the bots. Let's get Blizzard to maybe crack down on the bots more. If they added a gold cap going into TBC, that's great. I hope they do that. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm getting to a point. It's just whataboutism. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm getting to a point where I I'm caring about things and worrying about things that just no one else gives a fuck about, and like just no one cares about. And so I look at my YouTube comments and I'm like, should I ever talk about this shit again? Because all I get for talking about it is like negative backlash and people calling me a fucking agenda driven retard. And is this worth it for me to even bitch about or make videos or even talk about anymore? Is this even worth it for me? Because all it's doing is just like it's like I go on the Battle.net forums, just people like huge thread, people shit talking me. Go in the YouTube comments, go on various Reddits, people shit talking. Like, is it even is trying to get rid of boosts like this even fucking worth it? You know what I mean? Like, if no one else gives a fuck, is it even worth it? You know, I don't know, man.
Right away and start printing money. No time investment
It's so
needed,
objectively bad.
no
and just
risk
like,
of your character being out in the world, potentially getting reported and banned.
no one cares.
It's just get the account, get the character. You can just, make a pally, boost at the level 58, spec it prot. You already got your dungeon blues. You already got a mount. You can just send that off to whatever dungeon, like Blackrock Depths or Scarlet Monastery or whatever you want to farm. Put that there and just instantly start printing money. And I think that's very, very bad for the community. We've already seen the botting is out of control. There's tons of money that's being farmed through bots put into the economy. Last thing we want is more bots, more money being pumped into the economy that's farmed through bots and making it easier for bots to farm that money. And with that boost, it just becomes like
hey, Valkyries and Mad Tony and Souls on.
We don't know how much the boost is going to be. It could be $20, it could be $30, it could be $60. But really, they're just going to look at it and go, okay, let's say the boost is $30. Then they're going to weigh that against how much time and risk there's involved into getting a character to level 60 where it can farm. And they're just going to say, oh, the boost is more profitable. Let's just buy the boost. And that's my biggest problem. It's already a big problem right now in the Classic community, the botting, the money being pumped into the economy. And now Blizzard is basically making it so much easier and so much quicker for these companies or people, wherever they are, to instantly make a farming toon, put that into a dungeon, put on the bot program, and there you go. You can instantly start printing money. And I think that's very dangerous and very bad, or potentially very dangerous and potentially very bad for the community. Now, of course, if Blizzard...
Well, and of course the counter argument, and I saw this posted on the Blizzard forums, was that it's only a 58 boost. You're not immediately printing money. You still have to get to level 70 if you want to do your farming bot. Dude, leveling 58 to 70 in TBC, you make 1.5k or 2k gold. So yeah, you're going to want to get to 70. Your gold farming capability is going to spike once you're at 70. You can start doing this level 70 gold farms. But with Outland leveling, the entire process you're making gold, right? You make 2k gold, 58 to 70. So it's like, it's not as if that's just dead time. You're still making gold when you're leveling. If you're running your bot script, your bot's leveling up to 70. You hit 70 of 2k gold, then you go do your gold printing gold farms. Like, it's every single step along the way is bad.
It was lightning fast with the bots, with the bot banning. This wouldn't be much of an issue. But we've seen how lackluster they are. I mean, I've seen it myself. I've reported bots, and a week later, when I was still leveling, I was level 45. Hey, look, it's that bot again. Still out there, still leveling. So I am definitely not happy with the 58 boost. Now, I know what the argument for the boost is. Well, what about people that don't want to level and just want to get into Burning Crusade content right away? Well, that same argument could be made right now.
What if I just want to have raid gear, but I don't want to have to raid? Should I be able to swipe a credit card and buy that raid gear? What if I really want to have a Merciless Gladiators Nether Drake, but I really don't want to have to PvP? I don't like spending my time that way. Should I be able to buy that? What if I want to have max profession gear, but I don't really like doing professions? Should I be able to buy that? Like, at what point do you, like, I know this is fucking whataboutism, but it's like, you know, this is the game, okay? This is a huge part of this game. Leveling and the low-level economy. And, like, maybe I'm being a fucking gatekeeper, Andy, but it's like, if you don't like leveling, like, maybe you just shouldn't. Like, that's vanilla. That's TBC. That is what it is, okay? And there are some alternatives, like in late TBC, they added Recruiter Friend. If I had to choose between Recruiter Friend and the boot, like, I would choose Recruiter Friend. Like, I wish right now they would come out and blue post and say, hey, we're getting rid of the 58 boost, we're going to add Recruiter Friend. Because that way, at least people, if the whole argument's like, I have friends that play vanilla and they're going to play TBC, and I never played vanilla, but I do want to play TBC with my friends, so I want to be able to get caught up and play with my friends going into TBC. It's like, okay, what better way to play with your friends than Recruiter Friend? You guys level up together, you make characters, you do alts. We're going to have a month-long pre-patch where XP's nerfed by 30%. There's no better time to level up and get caught up than during pre-patch, where you can level up 30% faster, maybe have a Recruiter Friend bonus. You hit level 60, you got a week left until TBC, you go farm BGs to get your full rank 14 gear, and you go into the game. And that way you can say you actually leveled up, you actually played the game, and you, like, I don't know, man. Like, fuck, dude. Maybe I'm just like a fucking boomer.
For Classic,
I don't know, man.
What about people that just want to raid and don't want to level? I could make the same argument for me, for my Druid, you know? I wanted to level that Druid
Cargo's true.
because I wanted to have a level 60 Druid with a little bit of gear ready for TBC. You know, I didn't really feel like leveling. I wasn't super excited to level it, but I realized I had to do it in order for my character to be ready for TBC. And that's just, to me, that's just part of the game. There should not be an option to buy a boost to get to level 60 right now in Classic 2. So why introduce it all of a sudden for Burning Crusade? I understand people want to be ready for TBC, but you can make an account right now and level casually. Hell, I leveled casually. You know, I leveled casually. I started 2 months ago, and I'm level 60. And there's still time for me to gear up and do whatever. So there's plenty of time to level. And even then, like, leveling in TBC is vastly different than leveling in Classic. I mean, for God's sakes, you mean, you know, you have extra zones. The gear is very different. It's a lot of items get buffed. The quests are different. You know.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? Okay, so I said this yesterday, but this is also a big concern. I'll be frank with you, okay? Let's say you're a new player to TBC. You boost a level 58 character. When you boost a 58 character, you have no... You don't have a ground epic mount.
TBC rocks almost as much as you do.
You have a normal ground mount, which is the 60% mount. So you have a 60% mount, you have no 100% mount, you go through the dark portal, you have no gold. When you boost, you have shitty gear, you have a normal mount, no epic mount, and you have no gold, okay? And you didn't spend any time playing vanilla WoW, so you don't really know maybe what the fuck is going on. You have not a cent to your name and no epic mount. Like, I can't think of a way to create a better gold buyer demographic than to offer a boost like this, where you put these people in the game, everyone around them has an epic mount, they don't have an epic mount. Everyone around them has gold, they don't have gold, right? Everyone around them has sick fucking gear, they don't have sick gear. I can't think of a way to to like, you know, dangle gold buying as a carrot on a stick in front of these players. More like, there's no better way to push these guys to buy gold than by offering a boost like this, where you put them in the game and don't give them fuck all. So I don't know, man. Like, they're gonna get to 70. Everyone else is on their epic flying mount, and they have sick fucking gear by doing GDKP fucking Karazhan runs, and they're 70 now. They maybe have 1k, 2k gold to their name, because they had, with their leveling gold, they had to go back and buy their level 60 epic mount. They might have enough for their normal flying mount. Everyone else is rich as fuck still, once again, because of shit they farmed in vanilla. And it's like, okay, hey, it's gold buying time, baby.
You know, a lot of elite mobs now become non-elite, like, for instance, the Mastery Quest.
I'll tell you this. People have been telling me all in the YouTube comments that Staysafe, going into TBC, gold prices are going to tank because there's so much more gold in TBC. Okay, well, not if we have boosts like this, where we boost people to 58 and we don't give them any gold. And you shouldn't give them gold. We shouldn't have boosts. But I don't know if you guys noticed. I keep an eye on gold buying prices, okay? I don't buy gold, but I think it's very indicative of how the game is doing up and down. Like, the RMT value of gold is a very interesting thing, right? I think it correlates a lot with the overall health of the game in a weird, interesting way. I can tell you, and on Fairlina, at least, I don't know about Pego, but I always keep tabs on Fairlina gold for whatever. So I would, the day before BlizzCon, which is when they confirmed TBC and how they're segueing into TBC, gold on Fairlina on Alliance side was 21 gold, $21, $21 per per thousand. The day after TBC, it doubled. And people are like, oh, but it's going to go down to TBC. Dude, it fucking doubled after that because they know people are going to come back. They know people are prepping for TBC. And the same thing, it's going to get a little bit worse in TBC, at least for the first couple of months, because there's so much shit to buy at the start of TBC. People want to buy a normal flying mount. They want to buy an epic flying mount. They got to buy thousands and thousands and thousands of gold on all of their, pre-raid bis, on their profession gear. People are still going to want to do GTKBs. Dude, I'm in a 5-man leveling group. We're going to do dungeon spam all the way up to 70. And one guy in the group was like, hey, if we can, during week 1 of TBC, we should try to, after we're 70, by the end of the week, we should try to host week 1 of TBC, a Karazhan GDKP run to make gold. And it's like, no, man. Like, fuck. Why would we do a Karazhan GDKP week 1 of TBC? Let's play the game. Let's go get some fucking gear for ourselves, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, let's just play the game. Let's try to get into Karazhan and get some fucking gear, man. Like, what the fuck? I hate this GDKP shit, man. I fucking hate GDKP, dude.
It is very different. And I think it's very bad that just Blizzard gives us the option of boosting a character. And I honestly think, again, this is all speculation on my part, I honestly think it will do more bad than good. So yeah, I'm not happy with the boost. I understand that I'm just one guy and people might have a different opinion. That's fine. I just don't think it's a very good idea for the health of the classic, or the health of the community, so to say, or whatever.
True.
I just see it doing more bad than good. I just see it as an option for gold sellers or gold farmers, whatever you want to call them, to remove tons of hurdles they have right now. It's just, it's not a...
Why so many dislikes? World of Warcraft general player demographic are 25 to 35-year-old males. This is an aging demographic that have been playing this game for the last 15, going on 20 years. They started when they were in middle school or high school, and now they're business professionals, 25 to 35. They have high-paying jobs. World of Warcraft players have the most disposable income of almost any gaming demographic. That's actually true. Like, I read an article about that or something, which is why this game is so heavily monetized, right? Because Blizzard knows the demographic has a lot of money. And so somewhere along the way, these players, and it's not all of them, but a lot of the players that play World of Warcraft realized, I don't have a lot of free time. I only have maybe an hour or two or a couple hours a day to play this game. But what I do have is disposable income. And what happens in your brain at that point is you become more accepting of pay to win, or, pay to success, whatever you want to call it, functionality in games. And so at this point, I think you have a lot of people, you look on the forums or the YouTube comments, it's like, there's comments literally exactly like this, pretty much word for word. I don't have all day to play this game. I just want to get in and do the stuff I want and then just be done with it, right? And so it's like, okay, so they're okay with boosts. They don't want to farm gold. They're okay with buying gold. They're okay with WoW tokens. They're okay with all of these things. Oh, there's a new pet on the transmog shop. Okay, I'll go buy the pet or whatever the fuck, in Shadowlands. They're okay with stuff like this because it's at this point, it's such a big demographic that what do you do? Like, and they're willing to spend so much money that Blizzard is catering to them I thought there was going to be a distinct separation between like that sort of culture. I thought those players were going to be in retail and the classic players were going to be a little bit different and say no to stuff like this. But now they're doing a 58 boost in classic WoW, or classic TBC, and you have people defending it. Like, I make a video talking about why it's a bad thing, and he makes a video too, and we're getting like mass downvotes, and you have people in the comments defending why it's a good thing for the game. It's like, listen, you got like, I think people will lose. how can I phrase this? People will go to great and immense lengths to defend their own actions and justify their own actions for the sake of their own convenience, right? It's very, very telling.
It's not a good idea in my opinion. Now, let me extend a bit of an olive branch here, if you will. I'm open-minded. I would love to hear you guys tell me and try to change my mind on why you think boosting is a good idea. I mean, it could potentially bring more people to Classic TBC, and of course, the more people play it, the longer it's gonna stay around. I realize there's arguments to be made for the level 58 boost. I just honestly think it's going to do more bad than good. Now, I'm really hoping.
You're still talking about this like you can change their minds? I mean, here's also maybe a glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel. There have been, I don't know, like 10 different instances throughout Classic WoW, and even very recently with BlizzCon, where Blizzard will announce something they're going to do, and players will speak up and say, no, we don't want this, or you should change this, or tweak this in some way, and then they actually do it. Like, Blizzard actually does occasionally listen based off of player feedback, which is why it's so frustrating that so many people are willing to defend this boost when it's like, no, if we would all just kind of rally against this and say, no, this is genuinely bad for the game, there's a chance Blizzard might listen. But if they see division where it's like, 40% are for it, 60% are against it, Blizzard, is like not going to get involved because there's too much division. But if it was like a united front, I actually think that Blizzard would do something and get rid of the boost. Like, seriously.
I'm really hoping that they either get rid of the boost, which I don't think they will, but I'm hoping, or the boost will cost a certain amount of money where it's just not interesting for gold sellers to buy. Because right now, leveling a character from 1 to 60 with a bot program can be done easily in a month. So
boosts should be okay if it requires one level 60 character. That would potentially help Remedy's solution, though I still wouldn't be a fan of that. I can tell you Blizzard would never, ever in 1,000 years implement boosts in that way, because their whole reasoning for the boost is they're trying to target a demographic that doesn't have a level 60 in Classic currently. The point of the boost is to get people that have been sidelined, or maybe Classic wasn't for them, or they never played Classic. They want to get new players into TBC by selling them a boost. That's the entire point of their boost, and they said as such during BlizzCon. So if the requisite to boost was to have a level 60, then that would box out the demographic that they're trying to target in the first place, right? So there's no fucking way they would do that.
it's 1 month subscription, so it's like, what, $15? So I'm hoping that the boost is like, let's say $30 or something, then you need to buy 1 month of game subscription with the boost, and it becomes $45, where it might not become profitable. So I'm really hoping it's not going to be cheap, and I'm hoping it's not going to be profitable enough for gold sellers to be able to just say, oh, the boost is way quicker, it's way faster, it's more profitable, let's just use that. I hope it's a certain price where it scares them off. So
True.
I'm hoping one of those two things. And I'll leave you with one last thing that I felt like I kind of want to throw in there for fun, which is Kevin Jordan's, one of the original, the OG WoW developers, way back in vanilla. I want to show you guys his reaction towards BlizzCon Online, the boost. Here you go.
Who maybe didn't really play Classic when it first came out, right? And so now they're behind. And they're interested in playing the Burning Crusade. This was, for a lot of people, their favorite expansion that we've.
He should have said right now, so we are going to have a 2-month-long pre-patch period where XP from 1 to 60 is nerfed by 30%, and you can level up with all the Draenei and all the Blood Elves. You don't feel rushed. You have 2 months to do it. There's a nerf in XP, and you all level up together. That would have been the perfect answer, okay? But boost.
Done. We want to make sure that those people are served too. And one of the ways we could do that is provide a boost to people who are interested in coming back that maybe aren't interested.
That's actually a good idea. By the way, that's actually what's happening. That's already what's happening. When TBC comes out, XP from 1 to 60 approximately is nerfed by 30%. That is happening. That's already happened. That's already on the table. That's part of TBC. They nerf vanilla XP to level up. So it's like, why not offer that as a selling point? They didn't even mention it. No, the XP is nerfed. It's 30% easier to get to 60 whenever TBC pre-patch comes out. So you say, hey, listen, guys, when TBC pre-patch hits, we're going to let it be a month and a half or 2 months. We're going to add Draenei and Blood Elves. XP's nerfed by 30% or whatever the fuck it is. Take a month and a half or 2 months and level up. It's a great time to come back. There's going to be a lot of new levelers. There's going to be 2 new races. You know, Draenei on the this and Paladins on the this. Take your time, level up, no rush. It's going to be much easier than it was before. So if you thought leveling was a little bit too time-consuming back in the day, hey, it's a bit easier, and the world's going to be popping. Go play with the Draenei and play with the Blood Elves. There, boom. But we got boosts instead.
Interested in doing the classic WoW experience, but really want to hop right into Outland as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so the team, we spent quite a bit of time discussing it because we want to make sure we respect the time of the people that have been playing Classic for 2 years. But also, we want people to be able to enjoy Burning Crusade if they loved it the first time and maybe missed Classic. So we are going to offer a level 58 boost for purchase, but it does come with some restrictions. So it's going to be 1 per account. It's not going to be usable on Blood Elf or Draenei. It'll have some dungeon blues. It'll have level 40 mount skill, no profession.
Yeah. Let that reaction sink in. One of the original developers thinking that about the boost. Now again, I want to be fair about this, so if you think the boost could be better, if it can do more good than bad, please let me know. I'm open to hearing you guys' opinion, but I honestly think it doesn't look very good, and I honestly think it might do more bad than good. But again, I'm curious to see what the boost will cost.
It's one of those things where should I just like prove a point and drop $1,000 on buying boosts and making new accounts and juggling fucking 50 WoW accounts for 3 months and show people like this is how fucking stupid this is. Look at how rich I am. Like, look at this is what can be, this is the degree to which this can be manipulated and taken advantage of this system. This is how stupid this is. Dude, like, oh, man. Let's finish the video.
I'm hoping it's, they either drop it or it's really high where, you know, gold sellers aren't interested, but we'll see. At first glance, though, I'm not too happy. I'm not too happy.
Same.
But there you go, guys. That's basically what I wanted to talk about today. Hope you guys like this. I know it's a little bit more rambly and more off the cuff than what I usually do. And I'll be back pretty soon with another video. But until then, I want to thank you for watching. I'm Hamsterwheel, and have a good one.
There you go, boys.